War Games around the corner, we need to pay homage to this 2 steel cage setup. And some of the greats, man, like Rollins right here, he did a lot over in NXT. That actually applies for all 3 Shield members. Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, CM Punk too. He went down there during the developmental center. That's what it was called back then. And he confronted Seth Rollins. Now it's kind of turned back a full 360, not on TV, but on Twitter. The War Games, it's already happening, man. He's already saying, yo, I want to fight you. CM Punk, this is a thing that could potentially happen. Now that he signed with Fox, a WWE contract, you know, Vince McMahon, he's holding that bag. He says, yo, Rollins challenged you. And the cool thing about during this whole time when they approached each other, when young Rollins was down there in NXT, he was the champion. And so was CM Punk. He was the WWE champion during that time. I'm sure if you do a survey, I can tell you 99.5% of you would choose to see this match, either him or against Bray Wyatt, or should we just go ahead and call him Barry Windham? During that time, yeah, dude, he was terrible. His whole character, that's kind of what that whole Huskist the Pig derived from. And now he's utilizing all that built-up anger to unleash against Roman Reigns, which it's going to happen. Now, this is young Roman, and this is older Bray Wyatt, so just see this as a time machine. He traveled back in time. I think The Fiend does have that ability. I feel like if The Fiend uses every little bit of power that he possesses with that hurt and heel glove, he can bring that, he can make that happen. He can dethrone the big dog before the Roman Empire, before that's even a thing. And keep in mind, this is kind of already in the works. They've already been talking about this match occurring, but had this gone back down in NXT when he was regular old Barry Windham, it wouldn't have played out the way that it's going to play out when they finally do meet again. Once again, he never forgets. Inside the ring, we have the Dream. We have the Velveteen Dream reliving that moment that he never wanted to ever go back to. He told himself, why am I even bothering? Why am I even wasting a single breath on Hulk Hogan? If you guys don't know the story between these two, there is one. Hulkster, he says, you will never amount to anything. But the Dream, he had that dream. He says, you know what, get out of here. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to show you the way that I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and pay a little homage just to prove to you that Velveteen Dream means nothing but business. He showed him with not only wearing his attire, but also dropping that huge Hulkster leg drop. This spot is going to tie in what we just saw about a couple of weeks ago, where AJ Styles and the club, they showed up down there in NXT, and it was cool. I mean, Finn Balor, he didn't throw it to too sweet. He did more of like that Bullet Club thing that he used to do with the gun pose, but I still wanted to go ahead and do it. The thing he needs to be worried about is the bro. The original bro, he's like, yo, don't take your eyes off me for one damn second, because right here in Chicago, NXT TakeOver, these two, it's going to happen. And so is this match, but this is a match that's actually going to be based off right here, the War Games, where they'll have the 2 steel cages. This is going to be their second time go around. We've already seen it in the past. There was some success derived from it. Now we need to find out who the final member. As of right now, we have Keith Lee, we have Gargano, we have Ciampa, but who's going to be that final member? I'm genuinely curious, and I hope that it's maybe like a debut or the straight edge leader himself, CM Punk. Dude, it's in Chicago. Come on, Punk. Just make it, man. If you don't do it, if you're not there at Survivor Series, go down there and help out these guys. Ones that do need the help is AOP. Authors of Pain, they're outnumbered. You got Sanity over here. Drake Maverick, he's trying to bring the peace. He's like, we need to find one more member. Here's an idea, man. We got Shayna Baszler. She just captured the win. She captured the women's title. It never happened. But if it did, you have Nikki Cross. Since it is 4-on-3, how about Shayna? Shayna, what do you think about this? You want to go ahead and align yourself with AOP? Drake Maverick is down, and you know who else is? WHF, man. Love that fix-up right there. If I haven't uploaded the video on that, go on the channel, man. Go check it out. Black Mass, he's hitting it hard on Drew McIntyre. See, this is what you need to do. You just need to come back down to NXT. I mean, after all, it is equivalent to Raw and SmackDown. The only thing you're doing over there is nothing but stupid-ass promos. And Drew McIntyre, he was one of the best, man. Like, he had a short run in NXT, but it was a successful run nonetheless. Hopping back into the ring, we're going to be jumping all around. We ain't going to stay on one side, stay on the other side. No, we're going to go in, we're going to go out, because this guy, the artist, the knockout artist, he never let Hideo Itami ever step into the ring. I never really saw much of him. This guy was always on the injury list, and that's maybe one of the reasons why WWE, they didn't want to rely that trust on him. Like, even when he was called up, like, nah, dude, you might as well stay outside, and he's making sure that he is. Let's get back in here. Because Shorty G, the only thing he wants out of this whole feud between him and the Viking Raiders is like, bro, look, I know you guys are Raw Tag Team Champions, but just give me back my damn name, dude. I don't want to be no Shorty G. Jason Jordan, what do you think? I'm all in, bro. We are the NXT Champions. Let's go ahead and call you back by your old name, Chad Gable. This kind of also applies to Robert Roode. Dude, let's get the heck away from that, man. I'm so sick and tired of you being used and abused on Raw. I mean, yeah, he captured the tag team titles. Congratulations. But when he was glorious, like when Bobby Roode was truly glorious, it was right down here in NXT. Braun Strowman, he's just bringing him right back down with the huge power slam. Braun Strowman too, man. He was doing some down. Well, actually, no, we can't use this for Braun because for Big Brawny, he was terrible. I mean, he was garbage. He was intimidating when he was down here in NXT. But truly, his ultimate, and out of any WWE superstar, this is the only time that I've ever seen this apply where a main roster guy that has been called up down from NXT to Raw or SmackDown, where he was the only one that really benefited from the call up. What about me, WHF? Were you talking about Andrade or Ricochet? Because these two, they've kind of just been stalemate, man. Like, they had a really good push, especially for Andrade. He had an epic push over on SmackDown. He's been on Raw. Like, now they are starting to kind of pick up on both of these. But this is kind of what I mean, dude. Like, if I had any kind of prediction or if I had any kind of insight to the future, I'd be like, no, dude, don't. Rusev, okay, Rusev, here's the thing. Like, him down here in NXT, his character was, like, he's kind of always kind of stayed within the same intimidating Bulgarian brute look. But this is just as much of a joke as he's having right now with Bobby Lashley and Lana. Dean Ambrose, it looks like he's about to hit the dirty deeds right there, from the top of the steel cage all the way back down. Finn Balor's so damn close to escaping. Samoa Joe, this was an actual steel cage match that it did occur down here in NXT, and this is the attire that it was based off. And here's the thing that a lot of people don't know. All right, so we know that when Finn Balor, when he wears this demon attire, he's protected. He's indestructible. He's been undefeated. But when it comes down right here, when you're talking about NXT, he lost this match. He had the demon attire. He was about to come out. Samoa Joe, he was right behind him. He caught him, hit him with the muscle buster, and Big Joe picked up the win. From the top of the steel cage, you got Buddy Murphy. He's about to take flight. He's aiming right down there at Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura's like, please don't do it, man. I mean, just think about what I've done. What did you do? I mean, yes, for NXT, he did a lot of great stuff. Even for main roster, I have to say, out of Shinsuke Nakamura, out of any WWE superstar that has ever been brought up, he's really the only guy that has kept a title around that waist. Yes, it's not Universal, it's not WWE, but he's gone from US to Intercontinental. He's won. I mean, I really can't say that for a lot of these guys. Nakamura, huge thumbs up to you, sir. And this is one of the reasons why I hope that this never happens. Walter, be done. Just please stay down here, man. Go ahead, have your bout, have your battle, but don't ever think that being brought up to Raw or SmackDown is going to be a good idea. Before we do close out this video, we need to continue this, man. You thought the action would stop right here in this 2 steel cage setup? Nah, not yet. Let's go to the backstage area. Now, I don't know if we ought to be mentioning these two, because we all know the shithole that these two got into. Bada boom, they were still the realest guys in the room when they were down there in NXT. You got Triple H, he's gathered a couple of his top dudes down in NXT. He's talking to Adam Cole, he's talking to Velveteen Dream. Wait, WHF, didn't we just see him in the ring? We did, but we had to reflect this attire right here in the setup. Why not? Triple H, he's sitting down with them. He says, you guys, I'm so proud of you. You guys have been attacking both brands, Raw and SmackDown. We've developed it to main roster. Hey man, that's worth right there. That's worth a thumbs up, because for the longest time, it was just a progression till you finally became a top superstar. So now they want to say, hey, how about we go and hit up Raw? How about we do SmackDown? How about we do both at the exact same time? Tell you what though, you ought to be careful, because you got a couple of main roster guys. See, I'm even still calling them that. You got Kevin Owens, you got Kalisto, you got Apollo Crews. Kalisto, if I were you though, man, I wouldn't. I would rethink it. I'd be like, dude, it's going to be worth it. I mean, if I end up attacking Triple H's boys, am I going to be sent back down to NXT? Because it's already happened. And some of the OGs might right here, Kevin Owens and Apollo Crews, they've always been that. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.